On May 8, 1997, Pat Riley was named Coach of the Year, becoming the first coach in NBA history to win Coach of the Year honors with 3 different franchises.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. As the 1997 NBA playoffs move forward, for the first time, so did Miami. Having survived and advanced past Orlando, an even more compelling drama was about to begin. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, Miami would face the New York Knicks. A rivalry that had been simmering for years was about to boil over.
This is going to be a rivalry on so many levels. First of all, it was Pat Riley against his old team. It was Alonzo Mourning versus Patrick Ewing, 2 Georgetown buddies. It was New York versus Miami.
You had the Gundy brothers. It existed on so many different levels. You know, you couldn't script that.
There was always this feeling in the Miami arena that there were as many Knicks fans in the arena as there were Heat fans.
There were so many Knicks jerseys that at times it was tough to handle.
The series was played with that kind of venom between the cities. It was just played like we hate them and they hate us.
It was just inevitable that this was going to be a war.
There was Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing, probably 2 of the best big men to play the game.
Enzo was one of those guys like, hey, I'm the pupil, but I've grown a lot. I'm not the same guy that I was that you remember at Georgetown, and I'm coming out here to kick your butt also.
We have definitely a brotherly type relationship off the court. When we were in between those lines, you know, it was a totally different attitude.
It's just like 2 gladiators that know each other, don't want to go against each other, but have to.
Let's get ready to rumble! Miami forces the issue. What a pass! Bodies falling all over Ewing. Oh, wow!
Patrick Ewing's 24 points led the Knicks to a Game 1 win in Miami. 2 nights later, Tim Hardaway's 34-point performance helped the Heat even the series with a Game 2 victory.
Tim Hardaway right now is going to work. I mean, he is taking over this game.
The series was just heating up. It was on to New York for Games 3 and 4.
We were not just going into a hostile game. You were going to a hostile city.
Walking into that building, the hatred that was being cast down upon us was like, you know, nothing I've felt in any arena ever.
In a defensive struggle, the Heat lost Game 3, and 1 night later, New York took control. The Knicks took a 3-1 lead in the series and were ready to close it out.
When they left after Game 4, they thought, okay, we're just going to wrap up this Miami Heat team. They're not good enough.
Not many teams have come back from 3-1, you know that.
No, but it's possible. We're not out of this. We're going back home, and we're going to take advantage of that.
On May 14th, the series shifted back to the Miami Arena for Game 5.
We were down 3-1. It was a must-win situation.
Here comes Hardaway. Loose ball. Hardaway finds Deshaun Leonard for 3.
In the fourth quarter, as the Heat's lead grew, so did the tension.
You will not do this in our house. No, not tonight.
It was a very emotional game. A lot of drama, a lot of guys throwing cheap elbows. It was just nasty out there. At the end, came to the free throw line. The game was over in my mind. Mr. Ward, you know, we kind of got tangled up a little bit, and I say to this day, I can't really remember what happened after that.
P.J. Brown throws Charlie Ward. Watch out. This one's going to get really ugly.
P.J. Brown is the most mild-mannered, polite Mr. NBA citizenship, and to see him levitate Charlie Ward, and then the next thing you know, all heck is breaking loose.
People were banging their feet and pounding chairs, and it was just crazy.
The Game 5 brawl resulted in suspensions for Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, and Charlie Ward for Game 6, Larry Johnson and John Starks for Game 7. Miami would play the rest of the series without P.J. Brown.
I was suspended, so I had to watch the game from my hotel room, which was excruciating.
Pat Riley said to his team that night at Madison Square Garden, the visitors' dressing room before Game 6, he said somebody else has got to play with the heart of P.J. Brown tonight.
And here's Oakley, rejected by Austin. What a play by Isaac Austin. A 3 for Zoe. Oh, he hit it! He hit it! Mourning strikes for three.
Game 7, here we come.
And it has come down to this, the seventh and final game of the Eastern Conference semi-final series.
It was like the ultimate fighting championship, you know. It was just get us to the last round and they'll tap out.
On a Sunday afternoon, in front of a national television audience, NBA fans witnessed one of the greatest performances in Heat history.
After Zoe committed his fifth foul, Zoe went out, and it was a timeout, and you could just see the guy's face in the huddle like, man, what we gonna do? And that's when I knew that I needed to take over the game right then and there.
He can take over a ball game. Fires again.
You know, Tim was Mr. Big. You know, I mean, he made the big shots.
Hardaway for three.
That's what this game is all about. I mean, players will rise to the occasion.
Hardaway for three.
And they will become remembered, you know, forever.
It is all over. Miami Heat have become the sixth team of the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
In Miami's first ever appearance in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Heat faced the Chicago Bulls.
You know, it was just a matter of, hey, they got the best player on the planet on the other team, so it makes it quite difficult.
Jordan, perfect. The Chicago Bulls defeat the Miami Heat. They win the series in 5.
That was the team that I felt we could develop into a championship contender. You know, there was only one problem. It was that you had Michael Jordan in the Eastern Conference and the Chicago Bulls. And sometimes you can do the best job of anybody, but there's still one team that's so good that's going to be in your way.
Unfortunately, the Heat could not get past Michael Jordan and his Chicago Bulls. But this young franchise was making big strides, and it had the most successful season to date. But the best was yet to come. Thanks for watching this edition of Inside the Heat. I'm Eric Reed.